Recently, there was some news that caught everyone's attention. It's about Prince Harry feeling worried that his family might let him down. Quite surprising, right? Well, we're diving into this in today's newsletter. Hello, friends. Welcome to the King YouTube channel. And don't forget, friends, to help press the subscribe button because the subscribe button is free. Thank you, friends. The Duke of Hypocrisy recently made some hurtful comments about his family. His accusations against them have reportedly left Prince Harry feeling uneasy about his relationship with the royal family. Royal author Tom Quinn mentioned that Harry, who declined a recent chance to reconcile with his brother, is worried that the monarchy might strike back. Tom told the Mirror that because Harry is now distant from the everyday activities of the royal family, he's always worried that they might do things behind his back or plan things to make him look bad. Honestly, I think the best Easter gift from the Easter Bunny would have been to hear that Harry and Meghan have been permanently removed. They simply don't hold much value for most sensible people, especially considering their actions over the last 5 years. Maybe Harry is worried about some secrets that might come to light in the next year. He might be setting the stage to blame Camilla or the royal family for these revelations. There was a time when I wasn't a big fan of Camilla either, but she has really proven herself over the years. She's incredibly loyal to Charles and beneficial for the monarchy. I don't think Camilla would ever intentionally harm Harry, especially now when his life has been so tumultuous in recent years. One thing I really want to express is that everyday Americans don't approve of Harry and Meghan's behavior, especially how they treated the late Queen during her mourning for Prince Philip. It's hard to fathom treating a 96-year-old grandmother that way, especially when she's not in good health. It's important to note that the media in America doesn't necessarily reflect the views of the people. Harry and Meghan have brought all this trouble upon themselves due to their arrogance and cruelty. Their treatment of William and Catherine is just unacceptable and shows their jealousy. Polls in the US indicate that William and Catherine are respected and liked, whereas Harry and Meghan rank at the bottom. So, once again, Harry's trying to play the victim. He believes he's a victim of imagined threats, and in doing so, he speaks poorly of his own family. But the truth is, Harry, you need to realize that people don't really care much about you anymore. Learning about his drug abuse made me lose a lot of respect for him. Despite being related to the royal family by blood, most people don't see him as a part of it anymore. Harry really needs some serious psychological help. He and Meghan are becoming a danger, and I haven't heard of Harry seeking help for his drug abuse. Perhaps his paranoia stems from the effects of drugs on his brain. Reading his book and watching his interviews, especially the one where he talks about being born to serve as an organ donor for his brother, it's evident that something isn't right with him. Even though Diana was an amazing woman, she did struggle with her own mental health issues, which Harry might have inherited. Sadly, he didn't inherit her good traits, and Meghan Markle seems to exacerbate his problems. Meghan Markle may not be what I'd call emotionally intelligent, but she's certainly cunning. She's clever in a rather unsettling way. Unfortunately, Harry isn't very high in IQ. He's no match for Meghan, and he fails to see that he's the one behaving badly. He really needs to make some changes in his life and put an end to all the complaints, lies, and attacks. It seems like Harry is facing the consequences of his actions now. Unless he publicly apologizes to the royal family, especially to Princess Catherine and the King, his return seems unlikely. The royal family has demonstrated their ability to rise above conflicts and not engage in public disputes. They won't stoop to Meghan and Harry's level by retaliating publicly. Despite the betrayal from Meghan and Harry, many members of the royal family still harbor love for Harry, and that love remains unconditional. They're committed to preserving the fragile relationship and avoiding further damage. So, the initiative lies with Harry. He needs to take the first step and apologize. Harry and Meghan's deceitfulness has escalated as they now collaborate with major players like WME. The best course of action would be to simply ignore them altogether. Their obsession with money and power will only lead to more complications, especially concerning their children's chances of being accepted into the family. It's surprising they haven't introduced their kids to the family earlier if they're genuine about integrating them. So, it's quite amusing to hear that Prince Harry is paranoid about his family betraying him. Is he referring to the way he betrayed them? It seems he can dish it out but can't take it. Perhaps he should have considered that before launching into lies and attacks. Harry really needs help, both from a good psychiatrist and psychologist. Meghan Markle, on the other hand, seems beyond help. Harry's paranoia may indeed stem from his excessive drug use, including cannabis, magic mushrooms, and ayahuasca, which have likely taken a toll on his brain. When Meghan entered the relationship, she proudly convinced Harry to stop taking his prescribed medication, believing she could cure him. She even encouraged him to use illegal drugs. It's baffling why they think it's acceptable to indulge in such substance, especially when Meghan discouraged Harry from taking his prescribed medication. It speaks volumes about Harry that he's paranoid about the royal family betraying him without realizing the irony in that. It's likely he said it with a straight face. The royal family wouldn't harm him. They're a dignified family with honor who wouldn't speak ill of him or kick him while he's down. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Harry. Last time I checked, it was Harry and Meghan who did the betraying. Now that things aren't going their way, they're desperate for a way back in. While people may forgive, they won't forget everything that happened. Harry and Meghan have repeatedly shown they can't be trusted and will do anything for money. There's no chance Harry's father will launch a full-scale attack against them. They might have information on him, but they won't use it against him. They could have harmed him years ago if they wanted to, but they're following the late Queen's approach: never explain, never complain. If they gave up their royal titles, they could enjoy a normal, stress-free family life without worrying about the royal family. However, Harry and Meghan won't do that because they know their connection to the royals, no matter how fragile, gives them significance. Without it, they're just nobodies. Ironically, Harry seems to be an expert in betrayal, constantly portraying his family since they left the UK in search of privacy. The royal family is justified in fearing Harry's betrayal. After all, he and Meghan have been the source of lies and problems. Harry assumes the family is plotting against him because he's playing the victim and scheming, but Meghan Markle also fuels this paranoia for her own benefit. Even on an empty street, she insists on protection. While there are indeed Nazis and white nationalists, they're not on every corner. Paranoia isn't a disease, it's more of a character trait, and Meghan's perspective is skewed. They believe it's them against the world, and that outlook can't be cured. Trying to reason with them only makes them more irrational. Harry and Meghan refuse to listen to any sane argument. Many people are like this due to their upbringing and early childhood experiences, especially if they were raised by someone with a similar character like Diana. It's possible that Diana also felt the royal family was against her at times, and Harry may have inherited this idea. When Harry expresses his desire for things to go well for Camilla, he does so in a manner that's disrespectful and degrading, likely intentionally. It's time for Harry to grow up, act maturely, and confront the truth. Charles loved Camilla before his arranged marriage to Diana, and yes, it was essentially arranged. Diana knew he didn't truly love her when she agreed to the marriage, and this undermines the idea of Diana as a saint. William, being a grown man, can face the truth about his mother. He still loves her, but he acknowledges her flaws. I believe Harry's excessive guilt contributes to his paranoia. Well, Harry needs to apologize, or else this situation will negatively impact his children if they're real. Guilt isn't easy to live with, it eats away at one's soul. If Harry doesn't find a way to make things right with his family, his life won't improve. This is the headline for today. How do you feel about this incident? Please leave a comment to share your thoughts. Your feedback will greatly contribute to the development of the King YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye, and we'll see you in our future videos.